any homosexuals in the house? I have to ask the question very simply. Is there any straights in the house? It's okay. We'll take on peace for the day. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and this is Pride 2017. This is your day! This is what it's all about. The rainbow colour throughout this city, and the city and Ireland embracing everybody. Our bi, our trans, our lesbians, our gays, and everyone else who is a prostitute!
This wasn't unusual. At the time, gay bars were common targets for police. The practice was that anyone without ID, or those who were dressed in full drag, or basically who couldn't produce ID that matched the presentation, was arrested. That night, on the 28th of June, a queer woman of colour decided she had had enough and asked those around her to do something. And so, the Stonewall riot started. Two of the most prominent people during those riots were Sylvia Rivera and Marsha P. Johnson. Both trans women of colour. And that should never be forgotten. We are only here because of trans people, Latinx people, black people, and queer women. We cannot sit down. I think that each Pride, it is important to remember, Pride started because of riots. They started because we listened to the most marginalised community and didn't stand for their oppression. We didn't wait until our rights were given to us. We didn't stand by because we weren't the ones being arrested. We got out on the streets and we demanded rights. So today I'm asking you, where is our Stonewall happening? For trans people, I think that it becomes clearer and clearer that our fight is just beginning. But we can't fight for it alone. We need recognition for our children. We need to validate non-binary people's identities. And we don't need appropriate healthcare. We need you, the wider LGBTQ+ community, to support us. To raise up our voices. To include us when you talk about us. And as a trans community, we will also strive to be more intersectional. There are so many battles still to be won, but my message today is, if you think yours are over, think again. For me, Pride isn't just a party, and I don't think I'll ever want it to be. This is a protest. I am here to protest, because we are not equal. There is still injustice. Pride should not be a party alone until our community is celebrated as different, without the expectation to be a new version of normal, and molded into traditional narratives that do not best serve our community. Until PrEP is available to those who need it. Until each member of the trans community has access to the healthcare they need. Until our community stops dying of suicide. Until there are no more groups that are like us being discriminated against, be it the travelling community, the migrant community, people of colour, disabled people, or women in general. Pride will not be purely a celebration until the 8th Amendment is repealed. And women and all those who can get pregnant have access to reproductive rights. So today, I ask you, what are you protesting for? Why are you here? What can you do? So today, party like your lives depend on it. But also protest. Protest the inequalities we all face. Protest in the face of fear. Be a hero to this community. Be a hero of this community. Because in 1969, we were protesting like our lives depended on it. Let's get back to that.
My body, my body, my body, her body, her body, her choice, his body, his choice, his body, his choice, their body, their choice, their body, their choice. Get your rosaries off our ovaries. 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 What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? So there are a few other things we want as well.
Hey Alex, where are we?
We're at Pride.
Yes! Hey Ali's also
I'm
here.
gay.
What do we want?
I'm also gay. That's gay, Ali.
What do we want?
He's in LA Pride today. Are you filming me? Yeah. I cannot. Hey. Filming me again. Wow.
It's called bullying, Alex.
Get it? You're obsessed with me.
I have no idea if my audio will work. I have no idea if the audio from today at all will work.
It's probably just like,
Hey Kelly, why are you at Pride? Indeed. Hey Ali. You can't see you at all. It's so zoomed in. Hey Ali, what the fuck is happening to your eyebrows? Well done. Their face. Hey Alex, you're my favorite.
So I've just come home from my first Pride parade, and before anyone asks, yes, I am sunburnt to hell, but I've already slathered myself in like after sun creams, so don't worry about it. But I've just come home from my first Pride, and it was a very emotional experience for me. I didn't think it would be nearly as emotional as it ended up being, because I've known I was queer for the last 3 or 4 years. It's been a daily part of my life, being able to recognize the fact that I'm part of the LGBT community, and sometimes that puts me at risk or puts me in certain situations. And that was fine, and I have a lot of LGBT friends, probably more than most, who don't go to special LGBT targeted events. But the thing about Pride is, while there was a lot of straight people there and a lot of allies and a lot of family and friends and parents and siblings and all of that, and while there was a lot of companies and capitalist themes, I overall got this overwhelming sense of togetherness, the kind of shit that you read about in fan fiction. That's how I felt. And until today, I didn't know that was something that I needed necessarily. And it's weird. It was such an emotional experience. I was listening to some people give speeches at the rally beforehand, and it was like there was a guy who's been campaigning for LGBT rights for 50 years, even though homosexuality was only decriminalized in 1992 or 1993 in this country. He's been playing the long game. But hearing these people talk, people who, like me, have had experiences, and unlike me, have different experiences and different generational leaps and different struggles. It was very powerful, and I think that's what Pride was. And Pride is as much as a party as it is a protest, and I also got that sense that it was something that we were fighting for. There was a lot of abortion activists, there was a lot of anarchist factions, there was a lot of Free Palestine posters, there was a lot of anti-racism stuff, there was just so much that I always kind of forget that happened at Pride, because Pride in my head is rainbows, but the reality of Pride is that it's very, while it is very colourful and bright and fun, there's also this kind of heavy undertone to everything, that everything we have is because we fought for it, and everything we gain will be an uphill battle. And as someone who has never been to Pride before, who has never been to an LGBT exclusive event or an event that celebrates LGBT student people or connects them to each other in person, it was amazing. And I don't think I'll ever be able to really articulate why, but I think I often think of myself as an island, or of me and my friends as a group of islands, and then my other friends in different places as smaller groups of islands in faraway lands. But the reality is LGBT community is a landmass, and that was really eye-opening to see all of us come together and exist, because that's kind of what we've been fighting for all these years. And to see it come to fruition, and for us to acknowledge the fact that some of us didn't make it, was incredibly powerful. I think it was important to me that I say all of this before I go and wash the makeup and the glitter and the grit and the sweat and the stench and the smells and the sweet memories off my skin, because I don't want to cry on camera, because that's kind of ugh, but it was what I needed, I think, to know that I am not some isolated island, and that I am a square meter of land in a very large continent. So those are my thoughts. Baby's first Pride went well, and I absolutely can't wait until next year.